Hello YouTube, so welcome to the third episode where I'll leave off exactly where I did and I'm at half hour still. So for this episode I want to try and pretty up this area. Get a couple walls set up. And that will be pretty much what I'll do. So let's start with some birchwood planks, which will be quite nice. Oh, and I'll have to clear out the torches there. So this will be quite interesting because I'm at half a heart and I'm not sure I'll be able to do it. So I'll need to make sure I like this. Okay. I hope there's not lava everywhere, because I literally cannot afford to lose a single bit of health. Yeah, I think that'll be a nice design. What I plan on doing is like making a staircase and then eventually turning this into like a balcony. But for temporary sake, I'll make it a stairwell. So, yep. There's still annoyances. And you might notice that I'm trying to light everything up at the max that I can. And that's because if I don't, a single, like, you can see the health. I have no farm set up yet. Why don't I have any? Where's my bucket? Oh, there it is. And yeah, this episode it might be a tad bit shorter than it normally is, but that's because it's quite late at night and I'm not fully tired, but it's sort of like, yeah, I can tell that I'm starting to give into the transition between tiredness and not being tired. Sort of like the beginning stages of it. So, oh. I should make that the double wide doorway. Oh. There we go. But this place, I don't plan on actually ending it shortly. I plan on this being like quite a long series where I try to build multiple variants as I update my building tactics and get new resources. Like, I haven't even explored the Nether yet. That'll be an interesting experience. Whoops. And we seem to have broken into the nether section. Hopefully this wood doesn't catch on fire. And I'm not gonna bail out any of the lava because still need it quite badly. And if I try to bail all the lava out now, then I most likely won't have anything to go by for later on when I end up running low on fuel for, well, I guess the nether will be the saving grace. Now I remember exactly why I built this hole. Okay, I plan on trying to break all of this in one go, so let's see. Okay, so okay, here we are, and this entire section is almost done. Yeah, I'm not gonna actually. I think this will actually be the tallest room in this entire building because, or in this base, because building space is at a premium and this place is unusually tall. Oh. Now if I don't talk a lot, it's probably because my... Oh! This doesn't work. Well, I'm gonna need some pressure plates. I was hoping it'll work. Because I sincerely didn't want to. Oh, there we are. Yeah, I misplaced a single pressure plate, but now that I've got this working, I can now have infinite food. Unfortunately, it won't be a very good food source, but it'll at least be good until I get the auto farm set up. And you might notice that from now on I'm not going to explore outside of this. It's because these zombie pigmen keep on thinking it's cool to exit the building 24/7. Like, enter it, I mean. It's ending, and I always end up with this huge annoyance. Oh. So, like, next episode I'm thinking about, creating a storage room for all this zombie flesh. Because I'm gonna end up getting a ton of that stuff. I don't necessarily have a spot to place it all. Like, quite literally, this will go on constantly, and I built it with manual collection because we're not to the point of being able to have an auto collection without having to, whoops. Well, those blocks are lost forever. I'm being very cautious about lava because they've changed the physics of that to where wood can catch on fire if you built like the underground lights. Also, I kind of wish they didn't change the fishing mechanics, because I used to use the auto fisher to get a kind of free pass on I used to try and get the mending book as soon as possible, but now that's nearly impossible without grinding for it. They seem to have not been able to grab a efficient auto fishing, because all the designs that I've came up required a ton of resources, and well, they're very inefficient and they really break down very quickly. I'm not sure what I'll do for the roof, so I'll hold off on that for a while. I'll just finish up these walls. And there'll be something over here for sure as like another room. But I'm not quite sure on what exactly. Where's yeah. If you ever notice my building designs, you'll notice that they're all like very flammable. So if I ever let anybody on my Xbox world, I'll be watching them fairly carefully, not to use that as like a challenge. But if I ever open up a world like, and it's one of my personal worlds that I spent a ton of time on, I'll obviously do some very cautious monitoring and probably turn off fire spread, because I honestly don't want a griefer to come in, and because this is a fairly unique build personally, because most of my other builds, they just single flint and steel can burn down like quite literally 90% of all my builds, leaving only the glass left. Now, if you notice that I am making this really sort of like very windy path and such, it's because I want this to be fairly maze-like, to the point of like being confusing to navigate around. Did they remove that? Could have sworn you can make chiseled stone. Oh, well. That kind of sucks. Like, I could have sworn you could make, like, chiseled, stone, and it was like a fairly easy recipe. I'm gonna have to change my design scheme. Well, I honestly, I wonder if droppers that won't do the trick. Hold on a moment. I wonder. Now that I'm not at half a heart, like I was a second ago, I can just quickly nab some endstone. And there we go, crisis averted. That still kind of looks quite ugly, not ugly like. I might have to end up making some redstone torches, not some redstone lamps. I just hope there's no, like, skeleton spawners still active. Pains me to have to mine so much, but it's probably, actually I'm just gonna make some glowstone lamps. I don't feel like making it literally uncraftable in case if I need the glowstone for later. And it's real. Now, hopefully I can. So I'm gonna quickly oh, I did it. I honestly didn't know that you needed a 6 wood just to make a trapdoor. It's kind of well, I hope this works. There we go. I know I can do something like quite nice with this wall, but it kind of, like, I'm quite in the early stages and not quite sure if I want to build like a pathway out from this wall. This will be left as like a, well, like, yes, I should make a ramp. Oh, keep in mind that this isn't permanent. Like, all of what I'm building is subject to change as I, like, think of new ideas, but to run out of space. I can also expand quite infinitely, but there is like a sort of invisible limit on how much I can build. It's basically based on how much actually good-looking resources there are. Because once I run out of like glass and that such, I can't. It really limits you. But definitely, like, you can build some stuff, but it's not to the extent of like being able to build like actual windows. Oh. Lava ran out. The good thing about this map is that you can just harvest lava directly out of your window. And with quite ease, too. There we are, and almost. Now I'm just waiting for like a creeper to randomly spawn in this area while I don't have a torch up. Like a creeper, especially if there manages to be like a supercharged creeper, could really mess this island up. Because it would make it to where there wouldn't be as much resources, and it could actually really destroy my progress, especially if there are multiple. That's why I keep the island as lit up as possible and don't explore it fully. I know there's a full-on cave, literally, like quite inches away, but I don't think I'm quite prepared to fully explore. There we are. Free. Right. Now that looks... kind of having quite a hard time thinking of things placed in this area. Oh. Nothing beats the good old oak pillar. And there's just enough birch planks to do the roof. Let's get this done. Almost. And you might be wondering why I'm not... oh, almost. Almost got killed there. You might be wondering why why I don't have any farms in this world yet. Because I plan on making an automatic farm either after next video or within the next 5 videos. I plan on getting a automatic farm up. Now I think I have some extra birch saplings. If I don't, then this could be a really dumb thing to do. Because I've noticed that punching, oh, or I don't notice them. You might notice that this entire series I'm gonna try and that I'm staying like quite close to my base and only expanding slightly each episode. And that's so that it's for two reasons actually. Firstly, it's so that I don't instantly get killed in like 5 ways and end up ending the series early. And it's so that I can get this area looking fairly aesthetically pleasing when I figure out how to upload it to, like, upload this map. Because once this map gets to like a later stage, and I figure out how to, on the Xbox, upload it, then I'm obviously, it needs to look quite nice, otherwise it's not gonna be very nice to play on, because, like, I plan on making it to where there's some expansion points, but it's not gonna be like one of those maps where basically there's nothing in the whole world, and it's gonna annoy me that this isn't. There we are. Yeah, I can't really, like, I want to have consistency with this world also. Don't want it to follow at least, like, somewhat of a certain design, not just randomly ping around. It can change over time, but it's not just going to be like 15 different designs, because, like, oh, I didn't know. Oh, then. I didn't know that the water was this close to... Whoops. So, yeah, I'm not really sure, actually, where I'm gonna fully take it. If you're wondering if I'm taking this to a certain, certain design and such, just know that I want to make this a giant, basically, densely populated map. Not sure if I'll expand out of, expand the original Skyblock map, or if I'll just make it like a super dense cube, where but one thing I know for sure is that it's not gonna be like 5 episodes. It's probably gonna be like more like 20 or 30, or it could be a very long series. So that's and that's and that's. Okay, all that's left is for me to melt the glass and make the windows, just for comfort. Okay, so it's right here, which means I'll have a 99% chance of instantly igniting and dying, losing all my I just hope that this series doesn't end with this entire place just catching on fire. Because that would be a fairly anticlimactic ending, just to, like, it'll kind of suck to have it like just nothing. Actually, this series I'm building a lot with stone bricks, so I think it'll instead just burn the floor. Still, it'll suck because I'll end up losing a ton of progress in fire. And by the way, and not by the way, but on a side note, I really do hope that Mojang, when they make the texture updates, I hope that they just have it to where it's like an optional thing, because there's some builds that would definitely be ruined if it was like a mandatory texture design. Like, it can ruin a ton of builds with how much, like, depending on how big the texture changes are. And what blocks. Because if they change, like, a simple thing, like, let's say they change the, like, fairly unused block, like, where did I put that? Like, I'm having trouble recalling, like, gravel to, like, the old texture, then it won't ruin that many blocks. But if they, build, I mean, but if they change something major, like a, wood or stone bricks, and changes it massively to be, even if it's designed to be more textured, still could ruin a ton of builds. Because I personally use it to change up my builds a bit too, without changing the entire design, and I use it as sort of like a medium. Like, I like how dull it is, because you can use it in a lot of builds and it won't just change the design radically. Basically, like, complements a ton of things, but if they change it to be extremely detailed, then it'll work for, sort of like how netherrack works for objects. Let me just check to make sure things are done. Okay, now I'll just do the most dangerous part. Okay, hopefully this is... Oh. Okay, so I'll just... Oh, almost missed this. It's important to not miss anything. Okay, hope you enjoy, and I shall see you next episode.